What's up guys, WSC Stage Creator back again with another video, and today I'll be reviewing Crown Jewel 2021, and I must say this has to be the best Saudi Arabia show we have had for WWE ever. This was a really awesome show, and I can't wait to break it all down and what everything means coming out of the show, because we got a lot of good stuff. And if you haven't seen the show, I definitely recommend that you do. But let's get into what happened in the show. So starting off on the kickoff show, and let me say the crowd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, they were killing it. They were on fire, and this started off with the Usos versus the Hurt Business, and it wasn't, I don't believe it was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I think it was just a match, and it's kind of weird that they just threw this together, but they put it on the kickoff show, and it's kind of a cool match. These guys had a really good match. Usos hit double super kicks on both of them. Uso splash from Jey Uso, 1, 2, 3. The Usos pin the Hurt Business, and it'll be interesting to see maybe the Hurt Business feuds with the Bloodline, or who knows, maybe they're gonna give up on that. Maybe they'll do that with the Raw and SmackDown stuff, but that was pretty cool. That was interesting. I was glad to see that. But then we started off the show with a Hell in a Cell match. This feud has been really awesome. Edge and Seth Rollins been killing it for the past few months. Seth Rollins as a heel hasn't really stuck well with me ever since like 2020 when he did the whole Messiah thing, but I'm loving the visionary, the drip god Seth Rollins. I'm loving this gimmick for him. He's killing it right now. He's awesome, and Edge is awesome. Everybody loves Edge. Edge is great. I would love to see Edge become WWE champion at some point, but Edge has been killing it. Seth Rollins been killing it, and this feud has been really good. And this, I believe, is the final match of the feud in Hell in a Cell, and this was an awesome match, an awesome way to start the show. A few things that happened in the match was Edge doing that whole chair thing where he breaks off the chair and he tries to choke someone out with it, but Seth Rollins actually used that to poke Edge in the eye, try to take out his eye just like he did Rey Mysterio. Rollins did a really cool thing where he threw the chair at Edge, Edge caught it, and then he did like a rolling elbow and hit him in the face. That was really, really cool. And then the biggest spot of the match, one of the most talked about things of the match, was Seth Rollins was going for a Phoenix Splash off the top rope, and then Edge pushes him, goes right into the cell through a table. So he goes into the cell, bounces off the cell, through a table down below. That was really cool. I'm so surprised that's never been done before. Nobody's thought of that. That was so cool. There was an Edge-o-matic on the steps. There was a sunset flip powerbomb off the top of a ladder through a table to Edge. Edge did a buckle bomb to Rollins, then hit a spear, near fall there. Then Seth Rollins did something really cool. He got a chain and then wrapped it around his foot and then super kicked Edge a bunch of times in the face. That was really cool. I thought he was going for a stomp. He tried to anyway with the chain on a chair, but Edge took the chair and he low blowed Rollins. Rollins like landed on top of the chair, low blowing himself, which was really nice. Good counter there. Then the toolbox came out and all the tools that came with it. A wrench and the chain used to do the crossface on Rollins, but then Edge lets go. He wants to finish him off on his terms. He wants to give him a little receipt for what he did to him, sending him to the hospital. So he stomps Seth Rollins, the curb stomp to Seth Rollins on the chair. 1, 2, 3. Edge finishes this up, and Seth Rollins, I don't know what's next for him, but this does not make him look that weak at all. Edge definitely should have won this match, and I think this was a great feud. Great work by both of these guys. What's next for Edge? Is he gonna take a little break? Is he gonna be on the Survivor Series Raw team? It's gonna be interesting to see. I would love to see Edge go for the WWE Championship, and I would love to see Edge versus AJ Styles. I think that would be really cool. The feud is over. This was a really good match. If you're gonna check out any match on the show, I recommend this match. I think it was probably the best of the night. Then we had Mansoor versus Ali, and Ali came out with some eyeliner. I don't know if that's some new thing he's been doing, but Ali wearing eyeliner here, and Mansoor in his hometown of Saudi Arabia. Fans loved him here. The storyline of these two, I feel like they knew they were going to do this match ahead of time, so they kind of booked this for a couple of months, and I think it was really well done. Ali was dominating Mansoor, trash talking him, saying you're nothing, you're never going to amount to anything, but Mansoor came back. He was beating up Ali. Ali was pleading to him, begging him, trying to make him stop, but also he tried to trick him there and then tried to get the upper hand. There was a really cool moment in the match where Mansoor went for a suicide dive and then Ali caught him through the ropes, hit him with a drop kick. That was really nice. The match ended when Ali went for a 450 splash off the top rope, but he missed, splattered on the mat, and then Mansoor did that springboard over the ropes into a neck breaker to finish him off there, and Mansoor wins in his hometown. The streak continues in Saudi Arabia for Mansoor, but after the match, Ali attacked Mansoor. Bit of a sore loser, but then somebody came out to make the save, and it was kind of a mystery because this person came out with a headdress on and kind of disguised who they were until they got to the ring. This man was wearing karate gear, and when he took off the headdress, it was revealed to be, I don't know his name exactly, they only said it like once, but he was a Saudi Arabian silver medalist for karate. Seemed to be very well known to the Saudi Arabian fans there. They all gave him a really big reception there, and then he proceeded to knock out Ali, big kick, knocks him out, and then he celebrates with Mansoor. Fans loved that there. So even though I personally don't know who that is, it was kind of cool, and the fans there seemed to love it. Then we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match, RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos. And AJ Styles, this man is over anywhere he goes. Fans absolutely love him. They loved him in Saudi Arabia here. And man, I just want him to go back to singles titles, maybe turn babyface, go after the Universal Championship. That'd be really cool. I mean, the team with the Masters is kind of cool, but like I want the old AJ Styles back, like the 2016 AJ Styles. I want that back. Hopefully we can get that soon. He should have moved to SmackDown, but at least we probably will get Edge versus AJ Styles on Raw, so that's at least good. But what was really funny was Riddle on the stage. He brought out his scooter, but he traded that in for a camel ride. He was riding high, riding a camel down to the ring. Special entrance for Riddle there. That was pretty cool. Solid match here. The match ended when AJ Styles went for a phenomenal forearm. Got caught with the RKO out of nowhere, mid-air. Then the floating bro from Riddle. 1, 2, 3. RK Bro still the Raw Tag Team Champions. They're killing it. And it looks like we're going to get Randy Orton and Riddle versus the Usos at Survivor Series, and that should be awesome. And then we had a match that low-key surprised. I think everyone was surprised by this match. This match was actually pretty cool. I actually really enjoyed this match. Goldberg and Lashley, and Goldberg has a bad rep for bad matches. You know, he's botched a couple things. He's not the best. He doesn't have a lot in the repertoire of moves, but Goldberg, I think he can be pretty good as an attraction. He's a beast. He's a freaking animal. He's larger than life, and so is Lashley. So putting these two together, it's really cool. And the storyline going into this, I dug it. I thought he was really cool. I'm surprised that Goldberg's son wasn't here. This did go kinda how I expected. So in the start of this match, it was actually changed from no holds barred. On top of that, it was falls count anywhere too, which whenever something is made falls count anywhere, you know it's gonna finish outside of the ring. Like, they don't do that for no reason. So this started off with Bobby Lashley. He snuck in one of these chains here and he put it in his tights. He snuck it out, wrapped his fist, and he got the upper hand on Goldberg right from the get-go. Then he started targeting the bad knee of Goldberg that he needed surgery on recently after what he did at SummerSlam. He put his knee in a chair and then jumped off the top rope onto his knee. Ooh, that looked pretty nasty. I'm surprised he could even walk after that. Like, that would usually take somebody out. But then Lashley, he was looking for the spear, but he missed the spear. Goldberg moved out of the way, and there was a table set up in the corner. Lashley goes right through the table, and that allows Goldberg to recover for a bit. Then Goldberg, bam, hits the spear, jackhammer. Looks like he could just win the match right there, but he says no. You're gonna pay for what you did to my son. He takes off the gloves are off, and he proceeds to beat down Bobby Lashley, takes him to the outside, takes him up to the steps, and he was about to crush this man. He was about to kill this man. He got the steps, he was about to crush him with it. Luckily, Lashley moved out of the way, but Goldberg had some bad intentions for Lashley. They go all the way up the stage there. For Bobby Lashley, he called for some backup, and the Hurt Business came out to help. The Hurt Business had some kendo sticks. All three of them were wielding kendo sticks. Goldberg destroyed the rest of the Hurt Business. Then it was like a little kendo stick war, and that was pretty cool. Goldberg won the little kendo stick war. He was just like, screw you. Bang! Spears him off the stage, through tables. Oh, that was so sick. That was awesome. Goldberg, 1, 2, 3, gets the win. Finally shows some mercy to Bobby Lashley there and just pins him. That was actually a really entertaining match. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with Goldberg next. Is he going to be at Royal Rumble? Is he going to be saving a match for WrestleMania next year? So is he done? Who knows? I don't know what's next for Goldberg. I would like to see him have like an official retirement match. But yeah, Goldberg, I wasn't too mad at what they've been doing with Goldberg and Lashley. A good storyline. And also, after the fact, after he speared him off the stage, he's celebrating. Bobby Lashley gets up on his own and walks away from it all. So they kind of protected Bobby Lashley in that way. But yeah, what a freaking beast. He just gets up and walks away after that. Lashley is an animal. That was a really cool spear off the stage. Definitely go check out that moment in the match if you haven't seen it already. Now let's talk about the Queen's Crown and the King of the Ring. Some kings and queens were crowned here at Crown Jewel. My take on the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, they're really just tournaments to crown someone with a new gimmick. You know, this whole thing is just to give someone a crown and give them a gimmick and I'm royalty and all that. Look at King Corbin, look at like King Sheamus, look at King Booker, look at King Barrett. I mean, it's all the same thing. You just give him a crown and I'm royalty, I'm the king of WWE. And I predicted precisely on my Instagram, and I put a little bet on. I said that Xavier Woods and Zelina Vega would win, and a lot of people were overlooking Zelina Vega. Not a lot of people predicted Zelina, but I knew Zelina would win because one, she really needed some wins. She needed a bit of elevating. Plus, she always wears some headdresses, some like crowns or whatever. So it's kind of in line with what she already has going for her. And she definitely needs some sort of gimmick, some sort of character. And I think this is really perfect for her. And then Xavier Woods, he's been advocating for this on social media for so long. It's been his dream to win King of the Ring. And I guess they just threw him a bone here. And he had to beat Finn Balor. Finn Balor just versed Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship recently at Extreme Rules. And then he loses to Xavier Woods. I think, you know, I'm all for elevating Xavier Woods. You know, Big E, the WWE champion. Kofi was WWE champion recently too. You know, give Xavier Woods something in the singles division. Give him a moment, and this is really cool. This has been his dream. I think he wanted it more than Finn Balor ever did, so I think he deserves to win this. And I think if Finn Balor won, it would help the prestige of King of the Ring more, but let's be honest, it's all just about giving somebody this king gimmick, so it is what it is, and we'll have to see what he does with it. I'm sure he'll make it entertaining, and then Zelina Vega will be very typical with the heel queen gimmick, but I'm sure she'll do good with it. So yeah, not very mad at these choices whatsoever. Then we had Big E versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Pretty solid match here. I don't know if I fully buy Big E as like main eventer right now. I feel like they rushed it a little bit. We'll have to wait and see how it grows on me, because I still kind of see him as that tag team guy, but we'll have to wait and see how he develops and who his future feuds are. We'll have to wait and see. I think maybe Karrion Kross, Keith Lee will be his future opponents on Raw. Maybe Edge, Seth Rollins. A lot of good guys to work with there. But Drew McIntyre had a good match with Big E, and it was kind of obvious that Big E was going to win because Drew McIntyre is going to SmackDown. Big E managed to kick out of a Claymore in this match, but Big E wins with the big ending, retains the title, and we'll have to wait and see what's next for him. Obviously, we know he's going to face the Universal Champion at Survivor Series, but after that, I think, yeah, Karrion Kross, Keith Bearcat Lee, Seth Rollins. There's a lot of guys on Raw that he can work with. Then we had the SmackDown Women's Championship. We had Becky Lynch, Big Time Bex versus Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Triple threat Women's Championship match at Crown Jewel. They did have to wear like t-shirts that had to cover up in Saudi Arabia. Guess that's just the way things go there. Good match. This was a really, really cool match. A lot of cool things in this. As I said before, the Saudi Arabian fans were on fire tonight. They were awesome. They were chanting yeah, yeah in Sasha Banks' theme. It was really cool when Snoop Dogg says, hell, you say yeah, hell yeah. They were chanting that. They were awesome. Some cool moments in this match was Bianca Belair showing off the strength, gorilla pressing Sasha Banks over her head, and then she let go of one hand. She was holding up Sasha Banks with one hand. That was really impressive. Then later in the match, Becky Lynch tried to get a disarm her on both of these women, trying to get a double disarm her, but Bianca Belair picks them both up, powers them up, tries to hit a KOD, but Sasha Banks got out. The match did end though when Bianca Belair hit a KOD on Becky Lynch. There was a little bit of back and forth between these two, who's gonna get the cover there, and then Sasha Banks goes in, but she gets an inside cradle by Becky Lynch. 1, 2, 3, holding the rope. Becky Lynch, big time Beck, still the SmackDown Women's Champion. Then finally we had one of the most anticipated matches of the year, the Beast Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, the head of the table for the Universal Championship. This match had such a big fight feel to it. It was really awesome. Brock Lesnar back with that new Viking look. I need to get a new head scan for this figure. Some cool things that happened was Roman Reigns did a dive over the top rope onto Brock Lesnar. He was desperate. He needed to pull out something like that to try and take down the Beast. Then at one point, Brock Lesnar went for a second F5 of the match, and he accidentally hit Roman Reigns into the referee doing the F5, and the referee was knocked out. Brock Lesnar probably would have had that match won if the referee wasn't knocked out, and then Roman Reigns hits a spear on Lesnar. Paul Heyman, he's got the Universal Championship there. This man is torn between two of his guys. Who is he gonna pick? He has the Universal Championship. He throws it in the middle. He's like, you guys know what to do with this. Whoever takes it and does what they do with it and wins the title, I'm walking out with them. He throws it in the middle of them. They do a little tug of war for the title, and a little funny callback to 2015 when they did that weird tug of war for the title on Raw. But Brock Lesnar wins the tug of war, takes the title. Then the Usos come out, double super kick, interfering in the match while the referee was down. Roman Reigns hits Brock Lesnar in the face with the title. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns still the Universal Champion, and Brock Lesnar, he was pissed off. He was not happy after this, so I guarantee you this isn't done. These guys definitely have a lot more to go, a lot more story to tell, especially with this man, and I am very interested to see what they do. Hopefully the next match they do will probably be a no DQ match. They apparently, the rumors say that they turned down this match being a no DQ match. I think they'll do that in the future to up the ante for it a little bit, but I think there's a lot more story to tell, and the rumors are saying that Brock Lesnar's next appearance is going to be at the Royal Rumble. So are they going to have a one-on-one match at the Royal Rumble, or is Brock Lesnar going to be in the Royal Rumble itself? And I think he has a very strong chance of winning if that's the case, because I did hear that these guys may have another match at WrestleMania, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Plans could very well change. We'll have to wait and see. This was a big match. It's definitely not over, so we're going to get some resolution to that because there's a lot more story to tell with Paul Heyman and these two, so it'd be really cool. Maybe Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, maybe Paul Heyman, maybe he's going to side with the Beast, who knows? But we'll have to wait and see on that. This was a really good show. Crown Jewel, probably the best WWE pay-per-view of the year. Comment down below if you saw it. What did you think of the show? Smash the like button. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.